Suchitrans. I am Eshita Raju and welcome to another episode of Alumni Spotlight, where we reconnect with our remarkable Suchitrans who are making their mark in the world. Joining us today, we have someone who knows how to blend brilliance with balance, academics with athletics. We have Eshita Raju Kalidindi, a proud alumna of Suchitra Academy and Suchitra Badminton Academy. Meet Eshita Raju Kalidindi, an educator, researcher, and athlete driven by a deep commitment to child-centered learning and equity in education. Born and raised in Hyderabad, she is an alumna of our institution, returning now to contribute to the community that shaped her journey. Ishita recently graduated with a Master's in Human Development and Education from Harvard University and holds a Bachelor's in Psychology and Child and Adolescent Mental Health from NYU. She's worked with global research labs, startups, and non-profits to reimagine education for every child's unique potential. And did we mention she's also a former badminton player, having represented India internationally and has played Division I badminton in the US. Namaste, Ishita. How are you feeling being back to where it all began?
Oh my God, I feel great. It feels like I was here a long time ago, but it's really nice to be back and see how everything's changed, but a lot of it, like the nature and the people, it's nice to see that still stayed the same. But I was also so shocked to see the new buildings that have come up. It's amazing. I want to go back and take a proper tour once I'm done.
I am so curious to know what all subjects you took when you were in 11th class.
So when I was in 11th and 12th, I took psychology, English, business studies, physical education, and political science.
Okay, so let's just get to it. Beginning with Harvard. What made you choose human development and education as your post-graduation studies?
So I chose HDE, Human Development and Education, because in undergrad I took psychology and child and adolescent mental health studies, and I loved it. I think psychology is such an incredible field, and it has so much application that you can use to different fields, whether it's music or sports or business. Psychology has a lot of skills that are super helpful. So I wanted to retain that psychology background, but I also wanted to explore education because I taught as a teacher for 2 months 2 years ago, and I loved it. So I knew I wanted a combination of psychology and education, and HDE, Human Development and Education, seemed like the perfect fit for me.
That's so fantastic. And you studied in two of the most prestigious universities in the world, NYU and Harvard. How did your time in Suchitra prepare you for these academic journeys?
I think Suchitra prepared me really well, both professionally and personally. I'll start off with personal first and then jump into professional. So I think personally, Suchitra supported me a lot because I used to play badminton professionally. So I was training for about 6-7 hours a day. So it was very difficult for me to manage both, but Suchitra made that transition and that whole experience extremely seamless and super easy because they gave me a lot of support academically. The teachers, the staff, the students, they helped me both on the court and off the court, so that was super helpful for me. Professionally, I think Suchitra, what I really liked about the school was how subjects were being taught. It was very, a lot of emphasis on real world learning and application based learning. I really appreciated that because I know oftentimes we stick a lot to rote learning in schools. And I feel like that doesn't really transfer to the real world, but Suchitra was different because there was a lot of emphasis on the real world and how you can connect what you're learning in the school to real world project-based learning. And I think that prepared me really, really well for my graduate studies and undergraduate studies, and also now as I step into the workforce, that as well.
Yeah. What advice would you want to give someone who's trying to manage badminton and academics?
That's a great question. So I think I got lucky because the school was so supportive. My family was extremely supportive of me as well. But other than that, I think instead of trying to look at it as two distinct and separate things, looking at it as one whole experience really helped me, because whatever I was learning on the court, both physically and emotionally, really helped me off the court. So I saw it as complementary as opposed to two separate opposing things. Badminton prepared me really well with my emotional resilience and all of that. And it also prepared me physically to be very fit. And that also helped me with balancing my time well, balancing my discipline. Discipline is again something that sports has taught me incredibly well. I think it's really hard to garner that kind of discipline individually if I didn't have sport. So I saw it as complementary. It really helped me off the court.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Okay, so right now I'm bunking my class for this interview. So is there anything that you did that the teachers don't know about yet, but we'll make it public, of course?
Oh my God.
What's one memory from school that you really like, or you were with your friends, bunked a class or something like that?
I think so I was part of Suchitra long before I officially joined in 11th grade, because I used to play here. So I've been playing for far longer than that. And I think it was one of the annual day practices that they were having. And I didn't even know the students, but they were just like playing. I think it was a bunch of 8th graders that were playing outside in the jungle gym there. And I just joined them and started playing with them because, I don't know, I like playing in jungle gyms. So that was a lot of fun. And they were bunking their annual day practice to play in the playground, and I joined them.
So you did not know that they were bunking?
No, I didn't. I became friends with them, and they revealed to me later that they were bunking it to play. And I joined them there, and it was a lot of fun. The sand, different structures you have. And yeah, I think everybody should go play in the jungle gym once in a while.
So when I have my annual day practice, I'll definitely go there. Hide from the teachers.
Don't tell anyone it was my idea.
Yeah, sure, of course. Yeah. Actually, so fascinating and so valuable to hear someone who walked these halls just like I did and reached the heights that you reached. You've also worked in different sectors, right? From be it research till non-profit. What is one project or one experience that really stayed with you till date?
That's a good question. So I also worked as a research assistant for multiple professors in the US in undergrad at NYU. But I think my favorite special project would probably be the one I did with EMRI. GVK EMRI, the ambulance service organization. So I ran a project with them. I conducted my own project in 2 different languages. I conducted 60 interviews.
Wow.
It was super cool. It was in understanding the role of their ambulance services in the management of behavioral emergencies in the state of Telangana. So I conducted rural and urban interviews, and I think just that whole process of designing my own research project from the very beginning, from the objectives I wanted to achieve, what I was trying to accomplish with the end of it, and how that whole thing was going to run through the timeline. That was super, super valuable. It taught me so much. And I think interacting with the rural population was probably the most eye-opening and insightful conversations I've had in life were from that project. So that'll always be a project that stays with me for years to come.
That sounds really cool, and thank you for sharing that. You're also someone who's very passionate about early childhood and, let's say, social and emotional learning. So what are some changes you want to see in the mainstream education in the next 10 years?
That's a good question. So with the way the world is progressing, with so much emphasis on AI, I think AI has a lot of benefits, but it's obviously a double-edged sword in my opinion. So I hope, a couple of things, but first I hope that, in the next 10 years, I hope we don't see little kids interacting with just the screen. I hope the real world interactions continue, not just with kids, but also through school. I hope that we retain that aspect of human interactions, because I don't think a computer can ever replace that. That's one thing I hope to see. I also hope to see a continuous shift in how we teach kids in terms of the transition from rote learning to experiential and real world based learning. That's something that's been super, super helpful for me, and I hope that as we go through the years, the emphasis on rote learning reduces and we see more of the, children interacting with the world and learning through that, and what happens in the classrooms being translatable to the real world, and more internships, apprenticeships, more learning in that pick up. So those are two changes I hope to see.
Suchitra offers a lot of interactive courses and a lot of interactive subjects. So what do you think about it?
I think that's very, very good. I'm actually reading this book. Have you heard of Howard Gardner?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was a professor at the ed school at graduation. So he has this book called Howard Gardner on education. So one of the things he says is how education should be interactive based on constructivist principles. You learn from interacting with people, from interacting with the world. So I think it's great that Suchitra is doing that. I think it's a super, super helpful skill that anybody can learn from.
Thank you so much. And you are a professional athlete, now a scholar. You already told that balance played an important role in your life. But how did Suchitra help you in supporting the balance and both your passions?
I think Suchitra, I'll start with the teachers first. I had some incredible teachers. Shout out to Sujana ma'am and Aliza ma'am. They were super, super helpful in not just teaching me in class, but also outside class. They were extremely accessible. They always had their door open for me to walk in anytime and ask them any questions, not just academic related, but even, when I was going through, I felt like I wasn't doing a great job balancing work and play, but they helped me with that. They helped me find my balance. So shout out to the amazing teachers I had. And also my friends played a great role in supporting me with giving me their notes and any help I needed. So the peers were always there for me. And I think as a school also, they were very understanding. So it also helped that the badminton academy was right across the street. So that was helpful. It was easy for me to just go play, change, get ready and come and learn. I think that was helpful, and also organizationally, Deepa ma'am, Trisha ma'am, they were very helpful in helping me figure out how many hours I wanted to spend in school, what would be the right fit for me, considering I was playing and training so much. So I feel like I had well-rounded support from management, teachers, students. It was a whole ecosystem that worked really, really well.
Suchitra still helps students like that.
So. I'm so glad.
Thank you so much for spending your time and coming and meeting us, giving your time. I'm just so happy to be here right now. So and your journey from smashing shuttlecocks to breaking academic boundaries, I think you've done it all, and it's so amazing.
That's so generous. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
I'm pretty sure everyone is so inspired by your story, and they know that we're having so much experience, you can do so well.
Thank you so much.
And to all our viewers seeing, stay tuned for more episodes from Suchitra's vibrant alumni family. Until next time, Namaste and keep shining, Suchitrans.